Have you ever noticed this? Whenever you are angry, your writing changes. When you are anxious, your writing changes. When you are calm, your writing changes. When you are emotionally disturbed, even your signature feels different. Why is that? Because handwriting is not just handwriting, it is the brain writing. Your hand is moving on the paper, but the instruction is not coming from the hand, it is coming from the brain. And the brain is deeply influenced by your emotions, thoughts, stress patterns, and subconscious state. That is why in handwriting analysis, we don't just look at letters, we look at movement, we look at pressure, we look at flow, we look at rhythm, and we look at what is happening inside a person because that is what is reflecting through writing. Now, the beautiful part is if your emotions can affect your writing, then your writing also can begin to influence your inner emotional state. And that is where graphotherapy and neurograph practice become powerful. In this video, I am going to show you a quick exercise that can help you process emotion, release inner tightness, and bring your system into more calm and clarity. This is simple, this is practical, and this is something you can do even when you are emotionally overwhelmed. I know many people struggle when they are stressed. Okay, so what is this? Why emotions show up in writing? So let us understand something very, very important. Most people think emotions are only inside the mind, but emotions are not just mental. They affect your body, they affect your breathing, they affect your muscle tension, they affect the speed, they affect the pressure, they affect how your energy moves through your system. So when all this is taking place, that is why a person, when he is emotionally burdened, it often shows in the writing through the signs like extra pressure, irregular rhythm, hesitation in writing, tightness, they may be scratching for the mistakes or uneven movement. With all this in mind, when a person is relaxed and emotionally settled, the writing often feels natural, more balanced, and more fluid. So, when I say handwriting is brain writing, I mean this. What is happening in the brain and subconscious mind is not staying hidden. It is finding an expression through your hand movement. Your hand, that's why, becomes a mirror. The writing becomes a mirror. It reflects how you hold emotion, how you express emotion, and how you suppress the emotion, and sometimes how you repeat emotional patterns. And that is why graphotherapy is so powerful because it does not work only on the level of the words. It works through repeated physical movement that begins to send a new message into your system. Friends, you know how neurological pathways are built, right? So, what is this uh, exercise? What I'm telling you. So, when I say this exercise, I want you to understand it in a very practical way. This is not about drawing a perfect picture. This is not about artistic talent. This is about making something beautiful out of the chaos that is running through your mind. This is about using intentional hand movement on the paper to shift what you are feeling inside. In handwriting analysis, we observe subconscious mind expresses itself. In graphotherapy, we use specific writing movements to influence the subconscious. So, in this practice, we allow hand to move in a conscious, flowing, connected way so that the emotional energy can begin to soften and reorganize. So this is not a random thing what you are doing. It is connected to the same principle. The brain influences hand, and the hand through movement can begin to influence the brain. So we say it's a reverse engineering. So that is why I say your pen is not just the writing tool. It can also become a regulation tool for how you handle your emotion. So when anyone can use this exercise? So this exercise is useful when you feel emotionally heavy, you feel irritated, you feel restless, you are overthinking, or you feel hurt, or you feel mentally cluttered, or you cannot explain what you are feeling, but something inside feels tight. At those times, many people either suppress the emotion or keep replaying it mentally. But suppression stores it, and overthinking strengthens it. So, both the things are not good for you. So, instead of only thinking about the emotion, we are going to move it through the hand because the brain trusts the physical movement. That is the beauty of this exercise. So now let us see how to do this exercise in actual. Let me now show you this simple process. Take a plain sheet of paper and take a pen. Sit comfortably. Keep your shoulders relaxed. If you want, put on some music. And before you begin, just ask yourself, what I am feeling right now. Don't analyze too much. Just name it simply. So, for example, you may be feeling anger, it can be fear, it can be frustration or confusion, hurt or sadness, or guilt, or the pressure, or emotional overload in common. Now, don't fight that feeling, don't judge it, just acknowledge it. And now we begin. So how to do this exercise? So you are already ready with a plain sheet of paper and a pen. Let emotion move on to the paper. So in the beginning, you can start making one free flowing line on the paper. Doesn't matter how it flows. It can be a, it cannot be a straight line or a control line. Let it move the way your emotion feels inside you. If your mind feels tangled, let the line move in that tangled way. If your emotion feels heavy, let the hand move with that heaviness. If your thoughts feel restless, let the line travel with that restlessness. So do not try to make it pretty. Just let the line carry the emotional energy what you are feeling inside. Then add one more line and another. Let the lines cross. Let them move freely. What you are doing here, you're allowing the inner emotional state to externalize through movement. Just like handwriting reflects inner patterns, this is the free movement also reflects what is happening inside you. You're giving the emotion a pathway, a direction to come out. Now, pause for a second, take a deep breath, and observe without judgment. Now, look at the page where you have moved your hand freely. You may see tension, you may see chaos, you may see sharp intersections, you may see clutter, and that is absolutely okay, friends. This is not wrong, or this is just information for you to process. Just like in handwriting analysis, the paper is showing you a pattern. So this is not to scare you. This is not to label you, but to help you become aware about what is happening inside you. Awareness is the first healing step. Now, what I want you to do, wherever the lines are intersecting, okay, and creating sharp corners, begin to round these corners gently, one by one, slowly. This is a very important step. When you round the sharp edges, you are symbolically and physically shifting from inner friction to softer flow. So, this is where the exercise becomes therapeutic. In case you want more specific things to be done, please contact me. Sharpness often reflects emotional charge, resistance, tension, or conflict. Rounding introduces softness, continuity, and regulation. Keep going slowly. If you are creative, use different colors of pens. You can even say inside, I am softening this. I'm releasing this. I'm allowing ease. I don't have to hold it so tightly. This is a beautiful point to remember. In graphotherapy, the repeated movement matters. The movement itself becomes the message. So, as your hand practices softness, your nervous system is also receiving the same softness. Now, continue joining the lines in a more connected, fluid way. Let the page begin to look less harsh and more harmonious. We even have patterns for this. Do not rush. This is not about speed. This is about regulation of your emotion. Feel the movement of the pen. Feel the breath. Feel the reduction of inner tightness. And as you do this, remind yourself your emotion is real, but I do not have to stay trapped inside it. So how to anchor a new emotional state? Now once the page feels softer, pause and ask yourself, what do I want to feel instead? Maybe you want to feel calm, clarity, stability, confidence, lightness, or trust, or even the emotional balance. Now write that one word on the page. Write it consciously. Write it slowly. Write it with presence. Because now you are not only releasing the old emotional charge, you are also installing a new inner direction. That is where handwriting and graphotherapy connect so beautifully. The old state was first expressed, then softened, and then redirected, then a new state of intentionally written state. This is powerful subconscious work. Now, what is happening here? Now, let us understand what we just did. We did not suppress the emotion. We did not pretend to be positive. We did not just say affirmations on top of inner chaos. First, we allowed the emotion to come out through our hand. Then we observed it. Then we softened the tension. Then we created flow. That then we installed a better emotional direction. This is why I love these practices and do whenever I feel heavy. The hand gets involved, the brain gets involved, the subconscious mind is getting involved. So, awareness automatically gets involved. And now you involve the hand, something beautiful happens. The mind slows down. The body participates. The emotion gets a channel to release, and what was trapped inside begins to move. That is why I say again, handwriting is the brain writing. And if the brain is expressing emotion through the hand, then intentional movement through the hand can also help calm emotional patterns. This is the heart of graphotherapy. Not just observing the patterns, but working with them. Not just identifying emotional habits, but gently reshaping them. Now, so how you can keep up the consistency? For anything to change, it takes time. Now, one exercise may not solve your emotional patterns permanently, but it can do something very, very valuable. It can interrupt the emotional spiral. It can create awareness. It can bring immediate softness. And it can help your system to experience that emotional regulation is possible. If you do this regularly, especially when triggered, you will begin to notice something amazing, my friends. You may react less intensely. You may recover faster. You may understand your patterns better. You may become less afraid of your emotions, and slowly your inner world becomes easier to manage. And this is the mastery. Emotion mastery does not mean you never feel pain, anger, fear, or stress or pressure. It means you know how to process them without getting lost in them. So the next time when your emotions feel too much, please remember this. Your emotion is not your enemy. It's your body sending a message. And instead of only thinking about it, you can let the hand help you to work through it because your hand is deeply connected to your inner world. Your writing reflects your brain. Your movements reflect your emotional state. And with conscious practice, that same moment can become your path towards calm. This is why I believe so deeply in handwriting analysis and also the graphotherapy. They help us see what is hidden in our subconscious mind and then they help us rewrite what is no longer serving us. So try this exercise the next time you feel emotionally heavy. Take a paper, take a pen, let the emotion move. Soften the sharpness, create the flow, write the new state you want to embody, and then observe how your system responds. Because sometimes healing begins with one conscious stroke. So if you are interested in this, you can just continue doing this. And you want to know more about how I do, what I do, please visit the website which is in the description. And I will definitely help you with whatever you are going through currently. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and follow me so that you don't miss out any future videos of mine where I am going to reveal a lot more about how to manage your emotions and how to create a life that you wanted to live. Thank you so much, friends, and please subscribe and follow it. Thank you so much.